So I did a drawing, I painted a client, a NetScaler, and 3 physical servers. So they have IP addresses, of course. Now the first identity inside of my NetScaler, the first thing I have to paint into my NetScaler is the load balancing virtual server. Load balancing virtual server is a thing the client will connect to. So this is a virtual server, load balancing vServer. And of course this vServer got a virtual IP address. So the client is able to connect to it. Next identity to draw will be the services. Now the services are identities that know about protocols we are using. This will be HTTP services, load balancing services. And the last identity is the server object. Don't mix up the server object with the load balancing server, vServers. So these are server objects. The server object, the property of the server object is the IP address of the physical server. So they got the IP address and they point to the physical servers. Now what's the property of the service? The property of the service basically is the protocol and the port. So HTTP port 80 and a TCP port 80 and HTTP protocol. For all of them the same. And the last one is the load balancing vServer. Load balancing vServer, of course, got the virtual IP address and again a port, TCP port 80, and the protocol HTTP. Now the client will connect to the virtual IP address. A load balancing server will do a load balancing decision. We will go into this and select one of the services. The services points to server, and so the user will see data. Let's click into my lab environment and set it up. Now the first thing I have to do is I click on traffic management and enable the feature for load balancing. All NetScaler features have to be enabled to work, or they are just simply skipped. So load balancing is enabled. I click on servers. I start from backside, so I create the servers. First of all, the red server. Give it an IP address. Create, finished. I will do the same with the green server. IP address. Create, and the blue one. I would suggest you think of a naming scheme. You don't need to go with mine, but keep this naming scheme or you will be confused quite soon. Create it. Now the next identity to create is the services. So I will click on services and create a service, a new service. So this will be the red service. Use an existing server, the red one of course, create it. Do the same thing to the green. Existing server, create, and of course to the blue one. Go back. You see all my servers appear to be up, and this means The physical servers are working. Next activity, the virtual servers. My virtual server got a name, of course. Protocol, an IP address. Port, and OK. I will have to bind my services to it. All of them. Bind it. That's it. Go back. They appear to be down, but this is not true. Refresh and they will be up. So that's nice. I will serve to my server. Refresh, so it's green, red, and blue. So my services are load balanced. Now there's another method to do this. I personally prefer the other method. First of all, it's less work to do and the chance for misconfiguration is smaller. I used to create service group instead of services. So I will create a new service group, give it a name, protocol would be HTTP, some more properties, we don't go into this. Click OK. Bind members to it. Already have these members set up, my 3 servers. Select them and specify a port 80. Create. OK. This is exactly the same thing, the same results. We will be able to load balance. So it is up. My server needs to get the service groups bound to it. Refresh my server.